So today on my couch and in my studio, I have the one and only Esther van Manen, the makeup and hairstylist that works with me the most on this beautiful project. She did the makeup for a lot of bloomers, for the beauty shoots, the fashion shoots, and she's a very experienced makeup artist and knows everything about makeup and hair, over 40. So welcome.
Thank
To
you.
my studio. I'm so happy that finally I get the chance to talk to you about who Esther really is, because I'm sure people want to know. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
It's always really difficult to tell something about me.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with my age. I'm 48 years old. I'm, like you said, a hair and makeup artist, but in the first place, I'm a mom. I have a beautiful son, 11 years old. I have a boyfriend who has 2 kids too. We do great stuff together. So a nice family life. And I do in hair and makeup. I do a lot. I do master classes, and we shoot a lot, of course. I do beauty tutorials, so maybe you have seen one of my tutorials. Hopefully, well, I just love my job, so I do many things in beauty.
Tell me a little bit more about those master classes that you give.
So I started the master classes to teach women how to do a beautiful makeup on themselves, and from there, my own line of brushes was born because I have my own makeup brushes too, and the tutorials are there.
But what is your opinion about those tutorials? I mean, YouTube is full of tutorials and they're all young, they're all flawless, without wrinkles. You go on camera as yourself. You're one of the few women I see on YouTube without makeup, completely natural.
Because I think not many women do so, because it's a bit frightening, scary just to go out there without your makeup on, because being a blonde, I'm really blonde, so I have a pale kind of face. There's a big difference me wearing makeup or no makeup. So people are used to see you in a certain way, and then all of a sudden you are in front of the camera with all your makeup off. But this is it. This is the canvas.
Does it mean that you don't have a problem with aging? How do you cope with that?
Well, aging, I'm happy to age because it means you're still alive. So I'm thankful for that. You can worry about a wrinkle. There's not a big issue that you should worry about. So worrying about a wrinkle is kind of a luxury.
And is there a difference between a makeup on yourself when you're 20 or 30 or 40?
Oh yes,
or 50?
yes. So it's a big difference because your skin is obviously really different when you are in your 40s compared to your 20s. So it's really nice to help women in my master classes to make them the most beautiful version of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to change them at all. I just want to bring out their personality in a beautiful way.
Well, I think it's a really brilliant concept. That's why I asked you to do that for AndBloom. And a lot of women really like your tutorials. I think there should be more out there.
I think so too, because there are too many 20-year-olds and they have great tutorials, but for us it's just not working anymore.
No.
So I decided to take myself as an example, because it works the same on me as it does on my target audience. Well, and they cope with the wrinkles and like me, and the pigmentation spots and the blemishes and the la.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not do it on myself? So
I've known you for such a long time. So what is the biggest difference for you between being 20 or 25, young woman, until now almost being 50?
The difference, well, in my appearance, it's obvious to see, of course, because you age, but from within, more relaxed, I think. For as far as relaxed I can be, because I'm kind of a hyper personality.
Okay.
I
Really?
am. I become more relaxed. Yeah, not so insecure anymore. If you see the insecurity that you're coping with in your early 20s, where you're looking so beautiful and you have no clue. So now, being in my 40s and not in my 20s anymore, it's like I'm really happy that you get rid of the insecurity.
Yeah.
Because it's killing. Like
I hear that so much from so many, almost every woman that I speak with is saying the same thing. Like the insecurity when you're young, and the way
it's such a pity. It's like you're looking gorgeous, you're looking beautiful, you're on top of the world, you're kind of immortal,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're ugly and you're fat and you can't do it, and oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I recognize that
So-
completely. Yeah.
so the looks have changed obviously now because you age, but from the inside you become more at ease with yourself, and you think, okay, I can do it. You know what you're worth by now,
Yeah.
a lot more than you did when you were in your 20s.
So, what's your opinion about the media? These days, you see a lot of beautiful women in the media, but hardly any of them are natural aging over 40s, 50s, or 60s.
So it was about time that you came along with your project, and it's exactly the reason why I joined, of course, because I totally share this opinion. That's all about the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds, but hey, hello, we earned those wrinkles, so please give us a platform too. It's only the wrinkles, they suck sometimes.
Well, what is with these wrinkles? Because everybody gets wrinkles, but we all don't want to get wrinkles.
No.
So I can look at wrinkles and appreciate, not always my own.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. That's how it works.
But
My wrinkles are
that's
beautiful.
the mind
yours-
fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's thanks to the media, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's the land of make believe. It's like just making them a little bit thinner and put another filter on top of the skin and blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
not showing how we really are.
Yeah.
People are in need, I think, to see more of authentic beauty. It's
Whenever I buy a magazine
Mhm.
and I open it and I go through and I see the
Mhm.
beauty shoots or the beauty or the advertising
Mhm.
or the fashion, and I know I come from there.
Mhm.
I've been a model,
Mhm.
I've been a fashion photographer, so I know all these girls, they are under the age of 30 and almost never over it.
yeah.
And being 44 myself, it doesn't give me any inspiration because I don't recognize myself any longer
That's
in a
exactly what it is.
in a 25-year-old.
Yes, you can't identify yourself with the person which is wearing that makeup and wearing those clothes in those magazines.
Yeah.
So what's the use of looking at those magazines? Because
You don't anymore. And then there are a few magazines that go over the age of 40
Yeah.
and they have the image of, the older woman.
yeah,
And I think a lot of women that are past a certain kind of age, they feel the same. If I post a picture on Instagram, how old would you be
yeah,
if you didn't know how old you are?
yeah.
Then almost all of them answer a different age than they
Of
are,
course, yeah.
between 30 and 40.
Yes.
And that is how you feel inside.
Exactly.
So why do you have to look a certain kind of way when you get older? Your body's changing, so you have to do some adjustments,
Mhm.
but you're still young in mind
Yeah.
and young of spirit, and I think that's what I missed when I look at the media.
So I thought that if I want to be an example how to do a beautiful makeup when you're over 40,
Mm-hmm.
you have to start from scratch.
Yeah,
So I had to show my scratch.
yeah.
And that made me.
But the realness is so refreshing because there are, of course, tutorials done by women a little older, but I can tell that many of them have something done. And when I look at you, I see a real.
there's
I mean,
nothing.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. I identify
Yeah.
with you. If I look
Yeah.
at your signs of aging, I see my own.
Yeah.
And for me, it's very refreshing. But don't you ever feel the need or the urge to do Botox or fillers?
Of course, I
or-
did try Botox once because that seemed a good idea too. But it did change my face a little bit because the brow thing or something, you look like a bit surprised all the time. So, well, and maybe I'm not saying that I'm not going to do anything anymore in the future. I have no idea because,
Mhm.
but when it's done in a beautiful way, you can. But what you see commonly when people start doing Botox and fillers, that they
Yeah.
just
They go too far.
they go too far, and so it seems to be really difficult to see for yourself where the max is, where you have to stop.
Where's the line? Yeah.
But at this moment, there is nothing. I didn't do anything in my face for years already. I just joined this Botox hype in the beginning, like, oh, that seems a good idea because I just
Mhm.
want to get rid of this ugly frown.
Yeah.
And no, so yeah, this is what it is, and at this moment I'm really comfortable with it.
For AndBloom, we shoot with a lot of natural aging women. when you look at the wrinkles or
They've earned the wrinkles.
yeah, it's so inspiring.
So did we.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have a
There's
lot
a
of
life
wrinkles.
story behind the
There's a
wrinkles,
lot of
right?
stories.
To me, with older women, when you're aging, you need to put some makeup on because you look a lot nicer, you look fresher, you look more.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
just a little. So to me, a great makeup is the one where you see the effect of the makeup without seeing loads of makeup put on the face. Just to bring out your personality. So if you have a very fierce personality, do wear a bright lipstick. Go crazy on the lipstick. Or when you are a very a fierce person, just wear a crazy eyeliner. Maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't all have to be perfect. If it suits your personality, it's you. Just design you.
Mm-hmm. We go way back. We go way back, you and I, 20 years.
We were in our 20s when we met.
Yeah, so I know.
So that's really nice to see that we're aging together.
Yeah, and that connection is
Yeah,
actually very nice.
yeah,
Now we're working
yeah.
on this project together to show how
Yeah.
beautiful women are when
Yeah,
they age.
yeah.
And I think that's a very special journey that we're
Yeah,
on. I'm
yeah.
very curious where it's going to take us in the future.
I think to a lot more of this.
Yeah.
Because it's not about girls in their 20s anymore. We started when we were in our 20s shooting models of 18 years old, 22 years old.
Yeah.
And now we are in our 40s and we're shooting models 40 and up. So
Yeah.
40, 50 and up. And it's super cool because now we can relate to the models that we are shooting. Remember that we were in our 20s and imagine that we had to do a shoot like we are doing now. We need this life experience,
Yeah.
being in our 40s ourselves, in order to make a good, beautiful portrait of the ladies, of the bloomers that we're shooting.
Yeah, because I think this whole project is about connection. I'm connecting with the women that I
Yeah.
photograph.
Yeah.
Also because I recognize something in
Yeah.
them, in
Yeah.
myself, and
Yeah.
you do the same with makeup and hair.
To be born in
And
another.
what makes you happiest in the whole world? What is the most important thing for you to be happy?
Happy people around me, and of course my son, because when your child is okay, you're okay. But I think happy people that are happy with their lives, and that, because that brings on a lot of good energy, and that's a beautiful.
Makes you happy.
Yeah, it makes me happy. It's
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make me happy. Thank you for this talk.
You're welcome.
So this was my interview with the beautiful Esther van Manen, and I hope you enjoyed the interview, and see you next time. Bye.
Ciao.